Hey, it's Jeremy. I'm a Grateful Recovering Addict, and I hope you're having a good start to your day. Today's date is April the 14th, 2022. It's Thursday, and the Daily Devotion today is titled A Choked Up Heart or a Heart That Produces. It is based out of or off of Matthew 13, verses 1 through 9, which reads as follows. That same day Jesus went out of the house and sat by the lake. Such crowds gathered around him that he got into a boat and sat in it while all the people were around the shore. Then he told them many things in parables, saying, A farmer went out to sow his seeds. As he was scattering his seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some fell on the rocky places where it didn't have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow, but when the sun came out, it scorched the plants and they withered because they had no root. Other seed fell among the thorns, which grew up and choked the plants. Still, other seed fell on good soil where it produced a crop, 160 or 30 times what was sown. Whoever has ears, let them hear. That was the passage, and this is the devotion continues. The more we live a life embraced in total recovery, the more we desire, and it builds upon itself. Even we notice that as we become more in tune with the message of Jesus, the more we can see the pain and hardships that others are going through. And we have more compassion for those struggling. That can only happen when we feel the love of Jesus and the forgiveness that He freely gives us. In the parable above, we see that there are different lives that the seeds have. Some fruitful and plenty, some do nothing. Do we open our eyes and ears to hear God's message? If so, I venture to say that you have the compassion and heart that was written about. If not, then you have to ask yourself, what's stopping you? Really think through the reasons that keep you from living a life based upon the promise of Jesus. I want everyone to produce a life full and plentiful and not get choked up because we couldn't hear and accept the good news. That's the lesson. And then the way I interpret it, or what it means to me, is I don't think that Jesus is describing the different types of soil or necessarily the circumstances of life. I think he's describing our hearts. We are rarely just one type of soil, right? We're kind of all four types. The soil is descriptive to me of how we live and relate to others and relate to God. When he tells us what happens to the seed, I believe he's telling us the circumstances of each type of life. No ground is declared undeserving of the sower's seeds. This is not about the quality of dirt. It's about the quality of the God. We as humans want to judge what kind of dirt we are, and God simply wants us to sow his life into ours. I may not have ever plowed the fields before, but I definitely know the different landscapes of life. I've personally stumbled through the rocky patches of life. I've been scratched and cut by the thorns of life, but I now choose to plant my roots in the deepest, sacred soil of life. And by doing that, it will feed and grow me into becoming a harvest. And And that's all that I could ask for. I would like to be a vessel and a harvest to shine light on others' dark days. But that's today's lesson. Thank you for your time. I hope someone needed to hear this. Feel free to comment, and as always, remember, don't tell God how big that hurt, hang up, or addiction is. Tell that hurt, hang up, habit, addiction, whatever it is. Tell that how big your God is, and you will recover. We do recover. So God bless. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.